Hi. Happy Sunday, everyone. I hope that you have had a great weekend. It's wild to think that it's already Sunday and that tomorrow starts a brand new week. Well, technically, today starts a brand new week, but I don't start work until tomorrow, so I am still in full blown weekend mode. But thank you so much for being here and welcome to our first Sunday reset here on the channel. If you're new here, my name is Dree. Hi, hello. I am relatively new to streaming, but excited to be here nonetheless. And so you're here on a great day because today is a little bit different than what we typically do on Thursdays, which is generally just co-working. Those take place every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and we typically go for an hour and a half to 2 hours where we're just knocking out things on our lists or maybe doing a hobby or using the time however you see fit. So today's vibe is a little bit different, and I am super excited to be here with you. So, because this is the first of many Sunday resets, these will take place every Sunday from 3:30 to around 5:30-ish Eastern, depending on, what's going on, how you're feeling, how I'm feeling, and I just wanted to introduce you to Sunday Reset. So, this might be the ex-student in me, but I have created an agenda. So I'm going to shrink myself down so you can see the agenda. There we go. Hello. So to kind of hop right into the format of Sunday Resets. So first, I just want to do a quick check-in. We're going to spend a little bit of time settling before we have a bit of a journal session together, and I'll kind of introduce that to you as well. And then, similar to Thursdays, we'll be able to focus on our to-do list. So that's just to give you a brief kind of overview of the flow of Sunday Resets. So I'm going to make myself bigger because I really just wanted to show you that to give you an idea of what we're looking at. So first, I just want to check in. How are you? How are you feeling in your body? How has your week gone? And what's something you're grateful for? And what are you looking forward to next week? I know that's a lot of different questions, and I'm going to answer them. I'm probably going to forget the questions that I just posed myself, but to check in, overall, I'm doing pretty okay. I definitely have a very strong case of the Sunday scaries right now, and I am feeling the shift in my hormones to where I feel like I'm in a downward spiral toward my cycle. And when I'm going down that spiral, I am just a lot lower energy than I normally am. But I'm really grateful that I still decided to show up today. And I'm really grateful that I have used this weekend to really pour into myself. And I didn't do much this weekend, and it felt really good. I got a Switch 2 last weekend, and I have been pouring into myself by playing some of my favorite video games that I played when I was a kid. So growing up, mainly played The Sims. I played Sims 1, 2, 3, currently have 4. Don't think 5 is ever going to come out, but I also haven't touched The Sims in a long time. But the other game that I played a lot when I was a kid was Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. And that game is on the Switch, and so it's been a lot of fun playing in sandbox mode and just building an amusement park with an unlimited amount of funds, no real difficulty, and it just feels really, really cozy. So that's been really nice. And I also haven't just played video games in a long time. And this wall behind me over here, the reason why it's bare is because I have a projector, which you can actually probably see like right there. And so my Switch connects to my projector, so I'm able to like see everything on the wall. And my screen is huge, and I have been basking in that all weekend, and I was very pleasantly surprised when it worked. So um, to sum up, doing okay. Um, Feeling lower energy, but grateful that I'm still showing up. And I'm looking forward to continuing to build my routines. I feel like I have fallen off the bandwagon a little bit with my general routines as far as waking up in the morning. I've developed a bad habit of having caffeine before food and or only having caffeine and then eating at lunchtime, and then that space between the caffeine and lunch, I'm not feeling the best. So after I hop off of stream this evening, I'm planning on cooking and meal prepping a bit. So I'm looking forward to having home cooked meals this week. So that's how I'm doing. And if you're watching a replay, if you have the ability to leave a comment later on, would love to hear how you're doing, how your week has been, and what you're looking forward to next week. So with that, I want to talk a little bit more about journaling and why I decided to have journaling be a part of these Sunday resets. I posted a YouTube video about this, but I didn't go as in depth as I'm about to go now. But journaling has been something that has been significant in my life since I can remember, probably early in elementary school when I learned how to write. It's funny because when I was young, my parents, I think it was mainly my dad and I, we had a ritual where every night for years, especially as I was learning how to read, I would read a book to him every single night. And that was such a great way for me to work on learning how to read, but then I also found myself like fascinated by storytelling, and each book felt like its own world. And so I think from a young age, I knew that I always wanted to be a writer. I don't know if I would write a book for real now as an adult, but I remember spending a lot of time writing my own stories in notebooks. And then I realized that is exhausting. As far as like, I would get so engrossed in these stories, but then I'd never finish them. And I think that was really the start of me starting to write about myself and my experiences in these notebooks. And before I knew what journaling was, that was essentially what I was doing. And so I've kept up that practice basically all of this time. There are probably some stints where I took a break. And I'm looking over to my right because I see the stack of journals that I've had since basically in my adulthood. I think I have some lost journals in storage in my mom's house somewhere, but I have all the ones that I've kept since like probably ending my high school career through today. And that leads me to my first point around why I love journaling, is because it's a way to memorialize your thoughts in a tangible way if you do decide to actually handwrite journaling. Or handwrite in your journal. There's also other ways. So maybe you're not a handwriting kind of person. Maybe you enjoy, typing things out either on your phone or on your computer, or maybe you're a voice memo person. And that's completely fine, because I think that either way, you're externalizing your thoughts. Journaling helps process your emotions. It also is a great place to check in and probably build vocabulary as well, and to become comfortable with your own voice. And so I really wanted to incorporate that into these Sunday resets because this is really your time to check in with yourself, to do things for yourself and maybe your family if you have a family. Personally, I'm single, clearly, well, not clearly, but I live alone. And so it's just a great way to be in ongoing conversation with myself. I'm pretty sure that I already said as far as like expressing emotions, but also I've noticed that when I journal, it helps with my anxiety and it gives me something to focus on for an allotted period of time. And so before I have us settle into our first journaling session, I just want to encourage you to be open-minded, maybe try something new if you've never journaled before. And this week in particular is a bit unique because I don't necessarily have a set prompt for us. And I really just want to encourage you to take a few minutes to write about how you're feeling, how your week went maybe, express gratitude, to-do lists, whatever comes to mind, write it down. And our goal today is to write for 15 minutes. And so for some people that might seem like a long time, others it might not seem like enough time, but know that if it's not enough time for you, we're gonna hop right into our focus session. So if you need more time, please take that time. And if 15 minutes sounds like a lot to you, do what feels best for you. Take breaks as you need. And time will pass. And just be kind to yourself. So with that said, I'm going to invite us all to settle a little bit before we pick up the journal. My journal is over here. I have less than 10 pages in this one, so by the time you see me next Thursday, or this coming Thursday, I'm gonna give you an update on if I finished it or not. But, all right, let's settle. So what I like to do before I journal is I just like to have a moment of presence. I'm gonna close my eyes for this. If you feel safe and comfortable to do so, feel free to close your eyes as well. I'm also gonna take off my glasses. And this is generally what I do before I journal. And a lot of the time, right before I journal, I tend to meditate. So this is a very, very short version of that. So, okay. And so I invite you to, if you're sitting, feel free to have your feet planted on the ground. My chair, for example, it has a platform for me to put my legs. So for me, my legs are a little bit crisscross right now, but wherever you are, I invite for you, if it feels safe, to close your eyes. Feel your feet on the ground. I invite you to feel your sit bones on your chair. Feel what it feels like in your lower back. Maybe check in with your shoulders. Do they feel tight? Are you comfortable there? Is there any sort of discomfort or comfort there? What about the neck? Next, I want to invite you to take a deep breath to the count of 4. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the bottom. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale out the mouth, 1, 2, 3, 4. And repeat this a couple more times in your head. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And for this last round, I want an audible exhale if you're comfortable. So inhale. Audible exhale. And then breathe normally. So if your eyes were closed, I invite you to open them with me. Kind of let your eyes adjust for a second. I'm feeling a lot more present after that, and I hope you do too. So now I invite you to open your journal, and for the next 15 minutes, we're going to just write whatever comes to mind. And so I'm gonna go ahead and shrink my camera and then start the timer on Lo-Fi Town. that to me kind of felt like it flew by. Um, in that amount of time, I was able to reflect on a lot of the things that I've been thinking about and considering over the weekend. And then I also had the chance to actually write out my to-do list for the remaining time that we have together today. So, um, with that said, thank you for spending that time to kind of reflect, and maybe start thinking about how you want to spend your time during the rest of the session. And so, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and actually start a formal, like, shared focus session on here. And also, they changed their UI on here, and so, not gonna hold you, it looks very different. Yeah, it just looks very different. So if it seems like I'm a little lost, it's because I am. Um, so bear with me. I'm gonna have my little bunny over here go find somewhere to sit so I can start a focus session. I know that we've been spending a lot of time in the streamer zone. I'm not gonna be weird and sit next to that person because there's a whole computer over here that they can sit at. So today, yeah, 30 minutes with maybe a 10-minute break feels good for me today. let's gear up for round two. In that amount of time for that last period, I was able to plan out my meals for the week, and then I also had a chance to plan out my workouts for the week. So I uploaded a YouTube video at some point last week, and I noticed that my thumbnail looks weird. So right now, I am in the process of trying to fix my thumbnail. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this next one, and then probably thinking about content for next week as well. All right. See you after this next focus session. Okay. Well, that was a productive, what, 2 hours? Hour and a half, two? 3:30 to, I can't do math. My brain is fried. 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 2.5 hours I've been on stream. But all hail to Peanut. I feel you on trying to get ahead of the week and keep keep your job. Well, I hope that you keep your job and you do what you need to get done. Um, yeah, I am wrapping up. So I'm trying out Cap Cut, and they have like this feature where it'll like look at the footage that you upload and then create shorts. I literally selected like a 4 minute time, like a 4 minute clip of something that I did earlier this week, and it didn't use it at all. And I just waited an hour to get pieces of content that I don't want. So I'm managing my emotions around that. But overall, today's been, for me, really productive. I'm going to get up and start working on these salmon croquettes. Um, but if you want to keep hanging out, feel free to. Just not on this stream because I think I'm going to end it soon. But highly, highly recommend that you create an account if you have space to on Lo-Fi Town, so lo-fi.town, because then you get this little cute little, you know, co-working area or this like focus dashboard. So I'm gonna make myself bigger because I want to. But I think I'm gonna, as I said, go ahead and make my salmon croquettes, start kind of winding it down and getting in the mindset to have to work again tomorrow. But I will be back on live this upcoming Thursday. So that will be a typical co-working session where we'll likely do 30 or 45-minute intervals with a 10-minute break, starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So if you're around, would love to see you there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this Sunday, kind of resetting, prepping for the week. And I'll see you back here on Thursday. Toodles!